Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Haynel Rose, and I'm with ER Technologies. And today I want to walk through NetSuite overview of manufacturing. Now, there are a lot of ERP systems out there, but one of the particular things I want is this bike, and it's going to be built. Let me change my role right here just to be able to do this, because as Mary, the salesperson, I'm not allowed to be a designer. But if I go to a different role right here where I have engineering, let me go to the administrator. That'll save me a couple of headaches in getting to where I want to go with most things. But basically, you follow the role through your production process. So let me go in here and I'll pick this bike up under this responsibility and show a few things here. So it says change roles. And so for the administrator, let's take a look at this bike. Let's go on to the bill of material. So here we are. This is the bill of material for the bike. And if you notice, it's going to be the assembly, the bike X800. And when we go back to revision here, which controls where all the components for the bill of material of the bike is, let's dig into it under the revision here. And you'll see what we've done is prepared the design for, these are all the components to build the bike, right? So they send us a drawing and we put together the design. The design says, hey, here's the bike. This is what it looks like, but these are all the components that we have. And then based on this, we can say, hey, now, Mary, we can send a quote to these guys on what it's going to cost them for us to build this bike and ship it to them. Okay, well, we're just going to experiment with one. So we'll go back here and we have all these components. We're going to build the bike with all these parts. If we have everything in stock, we can take it right out of stock, put it together and ship it to them. So it's no big deal. Now, so that's what the bike is, right? There's a bill of material for the bike. It's a prototype. So what we'll do is just go back here to prepare a quote for these guys and tell them how much it's going to be. So we're back here as Mary, and what we're going to do is prepare a quote for this bike, right? And we're going to go on Mary's dashboard where engineer would tell Mary, hey, this is the bike. So we're going to prepare a quote, okay? And who's the customer? Well, let's select, we think it's these Bike Brothers guys, okay? So we're selecting Bike Brothers as the customer. We're going to ship out of a location in San Francisco. And we come down here and it doesn't give us the details of what the bike is yet until we put that product in. So we figure out the bike prototype is going to be right here. So here's a bike. It tells us, yeah, you don't have any. So that means, guess what? We got to build it. We know we're going to have to build it because we're manufacturers. So we'll just say, okay, and the bike. So the quote comes up with the bike for a price of $500. Okay, that's what we're going to send the quote out back to Bike Brothers. Hey, you wanted us to build a bike for you. It's going to cost you this much. So one click here and we're done. And we'll just save it and email a quote right back to Bike Brothers. So that's what we're doing here. That's how easy it is to prepare a quote, right? There might be other things your engineering department may do. So we're going to send this quote out to Bike Brothers and they're going to receive it on their email. And I can see on my email list right here, it's a quote from the company we're Chatham. So we're sending this bike to the quote to Bike Brothers and they send it back and say, okay, fine. Yeah, go ahead. We're going to build and we're going to order, say about 10 of these bikes. So rather than doing that, we already have this quote in our database. So what we'll do is just turn that automatically. One-click efficiency is what we're talking about, that NetSuite capability is all about, to create the sales order when the quote comes in. Just have to query it back up. When it comes back in, better on the email, And here it is. We have sales order 1152, 1152, right? Okay, here it is. Quote 11, 12, 11, right? We have 12, 11, going to create the sales order, and it comes up here. We don't need to add any other additional information. It has it right there that we want. So we're going to say these guys, they want to order like 10 of these bikes. Okay. If we can add, change the quantity to 10, would that be good? Those bikes. So they want 10 of those bikes, and we don't have any in inventory. So we're going to toggle through this thing. One thing you notice, so it's going to be an order for $5,000 for 10 bikes for Bike Brothers. You notice as we go along in the order right here, it's already automatically saying, hey, you're going to have to create a work order to make these bikes, buddy. Right? We don't even know if we have enough inventory in parts. Oops. Okay, so we may be challenged on inventory. But so let's change the scenario a little. Let's make it 5. Right? And change that, modify that a little bit. And it comes up 2,500. And we can give them sales discount because we have promotions and stuff. But I just want just to make things okay, easy and simple. So we'll go ahead and say let's order 5 of these and then save it. Okay. So we're going to save the sales order, right? Notice Mary's job is done today, right? She can go home early. Easy peasy. Send a quote. Here is the sales order number, 1152. Right? And there's it confirmed. Sales order 1152. Work order 1788. Now, we know we have to make the bike. So there's this work order. Let me make a note of that. So I can follow that up. So now, what we're going to do is we're a manufacturing operation. We just don't go create work orders for the sake of it. We want to know what do we got in our shop floor? Where are things at? What do we got to do? So we got to plan that stuff. We want to know we have enough material, enough resources, factory is scheduled, order equipment. The factory is ready. That's what we want to know. So let's switch roles here for a little bit as we are going to go down to manufacturing. And we're going to say, hey, let's go be the manufacturing guy right here. So we change roles. And obviously, this is going to be on the queue of Dave Harrington at Chatham about this work orders to be released, to be built, 6 assembly. Here is the dashboard. It has the reminders of what Dave's got to do today when he shows up for work, right? These are all the things that are updated, right? You can update it. He has 5 assemblies to order, 48 work orders to build, 6 assemblies to build, etc., 18 items to order and everything. So we know what we want to do is let's do what we call a demand plan. So Dave's going to say, well, before I start doing anything, let me run my plan to see what I need to do right here. So he has his demand plan. He's going to run a demand plan. So he's going to say, let me plan a demand plan just to see what's out there, what I got to do before I run a supply plan to create and go start making and working on stuff. So I'm going to start, and he's a plant manager. He's running his factory and all this other stuff. So it comes right here to run a demand plan. And right off the bat, his current demand plan is already set all this way with all these parts, all these production right here. He can select items to do stuff. Here is Bike Brothers that he already has in his demand plan from Friday. Does he want to refresh this thing? So, he may refresh it to see if it gets updated or simply just regenerate calculator, rerun it. because you can always take this demand plan and run with it, or you can update it or refresh it to see what any updates demand. So let's run this for a minute. He's going to run this and go get coffee. So he comes right here and he's going to want to rerun his plan for his plant. And he comes right here. Well, do I want to run from a major side? No, let me run it for just my plant right here, San Francisco. I'm going to run it based on, say, sales forecast, projected interval. Let me say weekly, right? Here is my bike, my part number. Nothing is showing up on my thing right here. So let me change the scope of my production a little bit. Let me make that monthly, and I may change it to um, this is the planner. And if we have categories, we're just going to use all of it right here and submit this plan, see if it's going to update the current plan. And just okay. Or so if we had picking up any products right here, let's change this. Something was a little off. See the location. Snatch. Something's wrong there. Go back and try this a different or whatever. We have Huffman Manufacturing, San Francisco. That's Philippines. Let's view this right here. I want to say, okay, so my plan is for the entire year. I can use this. I'm Dave looking at this right here. Let's say I can reuse this plan because it has everything going forward for me. March, April, May, June, July, all this going through with varying quantities. So I can accept this and then I can go and run my supply plan. I do have a couple of options in case I want to look at different kind of reports or stuff, just to be able to be sure of what's going on right here. So if I can look at planning reports, say I'm gonna run my demand plan by item. My assembly and my bike. I can refresh that. Let's change your target. We don't want October. Let's change that to let's see, January 1 through to we have it originally for a year. It's just 12 months. All right. And refresh this. And now I see the number change up to 30, right? So it's telling us, okay, for the entire year, somewhere in there, we just need 130 bikes to cover orders that are probably past due and any expected based on forecast coming up. NetSuite gives you an opportunity to be able to look at this with a different view. So if I'm Dave, I may want to customize this thing. I'm not going to try to get into doing too much with that, but you can customize reports by location and products and everything. And if Dave wants to have his custom item demand plan by item, he can run it however he wants so that you have the proper look and feel of what he wants. He'll save it. I'm not going to add any data here, but it gives you an idea of how you can build a report on the fly for custom review of what his production plans might be. So now let's get into the process of creating the supply plan. So Dave's going to run the supply plan to see what. Now he may have had a plan already since Friday, since today is Monday and he comes in Monday. Let's look to see what his supply plan is. All right. He already has this existing supply plan here. Let's see. Yeah, for his location. Supply plan. Let's do that. Let's rerun and move on. Generate supply plan. And we can run it automatically rather than build it. Train. Some screen. Let's build it for the whole year just to be able so we can see when did the data. We're playing around with the whole year, so I'm not sure. We want to see what NetSuite is capable of doing here. The whole year. Let's go. And so let's see what it comes up with. It might take me a while. Select the line before something. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there's a file. Okay. Function. Source code. So a couple of ones. It's not good. Well, okay, but no, can't really. Something. Anyway, we can come back to this to rerun this, but let's be satisfied and work with our original plan. Let's see. Here, that's the thing that yeah, planning. One of the things about you can run if you have multiple planners in your facility versus just one planner. You know, you can segregate which products they manage. Some products may be different in certain in terms of extreme. Somebody might be running food and beverage. Somebody might be running discrete if you have all that stuff in the same factory, or different product lines if you have automotive or versus aerospace, or you need segregation of plan to be able to determine what you can manage and produce. Just like a huge manufacturing production facility, like maybe a conglomerate like Boeing or a GE or somebody like that, where you can segregate planning based on products. And this is kind of one of the little things right here. So you can have different planners running different products. And I think we got stuck with trying to set up our plan because we were trying to dissect it a little too small. So here I have rather for the entire overall plan, and everything comes up, and including, you notice we have all the entire supply plan already created for the bike 1800, and we can just go with running one of these supply plan. It's already created. We can just go with it. So now let's start production, and we can go make this work order for this bike. So now, if we go back to Dave as the production manager, we can go back to his dashboard right here. And we want to look at work orders to make the bike. So let's look at query up. I think what our work order was 1788. It was WRK. Yeah, it's not going to work without that. So here's a work order. And here's our work order, right? It's in a release status, ready to build 5 bikes. And here it is. So these are all the components and the items needed to build the bike. We seem like we have everything. It looks like it's good to go. So what we're going to do is one click. Remember what I said with NetSuite? Issue all our components. Everything looks good. Issue all our components right here. And we're just going to save. It's already predefined because we're going to build all of them. Save the work order. This is going to be a release, primary issue. So we issue all the material and we're good. So now we're ready to go build. All right, let's go. We're out on the production floor now. So we're good. We got our parts. We issued them. We're going to go build the bike. Right. So now let's go back to work order again. Okay. Three. And it's in process right now. You notice that, right? So we've issued material, release it, it's in process. And now we're going to enter and complete the 5 bikes, right? We've got enough material to be able to get it all done. No issues. So enter and complete and backflush and updates your inventory. All right. So we're going to build this bike and complete them. And here's work order completion 920, right? For work order 1788. And here we are, right? So we're going to complete. I think it should have a parameter here that says, oh, we're going to complete everything. We're completing everything. So we're not limited in everything. And because we're in that tracking and everything, it should be fine. So 5, we're going to complete the build. Like, Aluminum five, quantity per phone. I guess it should be something. Save. So fluctuations. And incidentally, if you're a quality inspector and you need to be able to make sure you have quality, reinspect any of this thing, that can be integrated as well as part of your manufacturing. Okay, so we've covered the basic manufacturing with demand plan, see how you get the sales order in, issue the material, uh, work on the bike, build the bike. So now we've completed the bike and we're ready to ship it. So when we do completion, it's already saved. So it's gonna be ready for sales order shipment to be shipped from inventory because automatically it's gonna go right to inventory. So now let's bring this order back up. And I think our sales order was, so let's go back to, we will change role here now for a minute. And we want to look at the warehouse guy. Who's the warehouse person? The warehouse is the warehouse manager, or 10, the warehouse manager. Is it 10? Change roles. So Haynel is the warehouse manager, and he's going to fulfill and ship this to the customer. So he has his reminders here of orders to fulfill, etc. These are the transaction that he has. And he has some shortcuts down here with additional information. And just remember, these are the things that Dale Williams, the warehouse manager, likes to look at. So let's see orders to fulfill if he's going to do this. Now, how many of you are on your journey in terms of selecting an ERP functions to determine what will work for you, what industry you're in? I'm trying to understand if you're if you're just looking to see how an ERP works, what will work for you, how well will NetSuite work. Are you in the food and beverage? Are you in automotive? Are you in aerospace industry? And whether your job title is the manufacturing engineer, just looking to help because you're an influencer, a decision in your company to be able to determine how you're going to help them say, well, NetSuite, yes or no, will meet my needs. Or you're the CFO looking to understand, is this the right technology? Is it at the right price? We can send you a quote. So, if you let us know, drop us a line and let us know, and we can give you a predetermined price as well as a customized demonstration for your needs. If you're the CIO or the guy that has to determine, I need the right technology coming into my operation, then I want to know how NetSuite will do it, and we can give you a tailored demonstration for that as well. So just keep that in mind. So here we are. That's not it. So customer is going to be like manager. Let's say, oh, let's make it to generic. Shut this stuff. Mhm. What's that? I want to do it for all customers. It sounds like this guy. Yeah. That's so we just found a different way to get into the sales order to be able to, as we know, we build this thing. So here it is. Mhm. 5 quantity ready for fulfillment. And with the exception here. And you notice we're ready to ship. It's going to be shipped FedEx based on the predetermined package setup configuration for shipping. Here is the sales order ready to be shipped. It's already picked and packed. Dave, on another screen, it came up because it was already ready to be fulfilled, and it is. And we're just gonna it's already shipped, and we're just gonna save and bill this to the customer. All right. So as you notice how quick these steps are as far as stepping through the order to cash process or quote to cash, which include plan to bill, and now we're ready to invoice and collect the money for Shadow from Bike Brothers. Okay, so here's the invoice that wins after the item is shipped. We can communicate to them. Here's the invoice. It will go out, select the message, predetermined. Thank you for your business. We can print it, email it, and once we save it, it's going to go to Dave Smith. That says, hey, save an email. Yes, and save an email to Dave Smith. Your product has been completed, it's been shipped to you, etc., etc. Now we'll hope you like it. Now there's other features here in case it arrives damaged, you have warranty and all that stuff is built in. And we have all that configured to meet your customer requirements. So based on the application configuration, hey, it's been built, it's been shipped, it's an invoice. Now we're just going to collect the money, and there's different ways to collect the invoice. So we'll credit them because I think on their sales order they had room for do you want to make a change? Add a note or something? Maybe not, but just to see, give me the opportunity that says, hey, you can do some things if you want, right? Maybe little error, sales information, what would be there? Well, return authorization for RMA for credit. I think we're pretty happy with this. You know, for the sake of time, we've invoiced them for this 2,700, and we'll be able to take a look at that. Save and email the invoice. Didn't make any changes. And And the next role would be whether we're going to be the accounts receivable clerk or someone. We won't have to get into that, but the idea is Mike Brothers is going to pay for this, right? Here's the invoice back. It's okay. They'll be paying for this. We can go to let's change role right here. We want to see someone on receivables, right? We have find a role with some receivables, but it shows where when we still don't have that access, it looks like. So let me go to administrator. That way I can see what everything is done. So if I go over here, I've got Alex Wolf from the, oh, I probably should have went as the executive, right? Okay. So I call happen. I did be paid. On one other thing, you know, if you want to be able to get a free assessment based on where you are, maybe you're a startup looking to define your process, uh, you're looking to establish what they might be, how we can have you look at how to implement a brand new ERP with the at the level, right package, the right level. We'll be able to assist you with that. Maybe have you set you up with a trial instance for say a couple of days or a week so you can kind of explore it on your own. That option is there too. So give us send me a line, give us an email, reply to me, and I will be able to reach back out to you and we can discuss, you know, just put something on the calendar. We can discuss all these little different options so you can explore NetSuite and see how capable it is for your growth. If you're an established company out there looking, you know, to maybe change a process or go to a more futuristic thing that you can grow and scale with, or maybe you're looking at MES, overall equipment efficiency. We do have options for asset management where you can understand downtime on machines and all that. I can send you a white paper with some of these things too. So click on our link, tell us what you need, what you're looking for, and how we can help you. And we could be glad to be able to, whether it's an assessment, new white paper or video, or even a use case with one of our customers, you know, that is experiencing good things with NetSuite that you can be able to understand and get some feedback before you make your decision and understand the value of NetSuite and how it can be done. So now that we have the bike back up right here, we're just going to look on what is the overall scope of things that's been going on with this bike, right? Because we want to find, we know we built it, we shipped it, everything. So, oh, this is a long list of stuff pertaining to what's been going on with this bike. We've shipped it. We've shipped, here's our sales order. It's been billed, right? Yeah, there it is. That's what we were looking for. All right. So we build a sales order 1152. And can go and look at sales order 1152 to see, yes, there it's been billed. Okay. And we know it's been invoiced and everything and so forth. Did we have an invoice on this thing? Let's go back and check here. Can we find it here? Ship, process, build, payment, fulfillment, in process. Shipped. Or invoice degrees in the windows. Return, print labels. We'll see the geo impact just for a minute, just to see if financial goes. What's going on? Sales order debit, revenue. We accrued the revenue of $2,500. Oh, it's in the miscellaneous class in San Francisco location. Okay, so a number of things are happening. We're looking at the geo financial impact of this. I was trying to see where the invoice was paid, and oh, it was done by credit card. I don't think we have our thing set up for credit card. So that's why it didn't show the payment accepted and the invoice went out and all that, because it was set by credit card. I think we did that on the sales order when we started it. We probably should have left it empty so that the default would have there rather than do a pre-selection on the order. So that kind of stumped us for a little bit. But nevertheless, we've sent the invoice, it's sent to the customer, the product has been shipped, and they're happy. So back to this is how simple we can have NetSuite configured to work for you. You notice how efficient it is. And as a comprehensive ERP application that's scalable, you can tailor the workbench for the different users based on their roles, what they actually do. So it's a drop and click and execute type of efficiency that we're looking for. And everything else that may take time, it's how you want to plan and serve based on the way you work and all that kind of stuff. And, depending on the industry you have, whether you're automotive or aerospace or food and beverage, there's also reporting for compliance and quality, etc., that you can get out of NetSuite. So we've walked through just a simple order to cash piece as far as manufacturing. You take a quote, you're a make to stock, you can be an engineer to order, and build through, execute the process, design to build to ship, a plan to build to ship, and so forth, and execute. And you can develop on that. You can have shop floor management for execution, because if you have a large warehouse, you might be looking at RF gun scanning for warehouse logistics management and operations. You also might be you want to be able to manage your inventory, you want to be able to manage your quality. And drop us a line, send us an email, and we can show you different use cases that you can take advantage of, help you in your journey for your ERP selection, in your selection journey, and also advise you of certain pitfalls to be able to accommodate how efficient the operation is, and you can optimize your operation. So at the end of the day, your job is to have you focus on scale and growing your operation using NetSuite. So if you're a manufacturer, small manufacturer, a medium manufacturer, growing manufacturer, scale manufacturer, or you're looking to change your legacy system to something that's so you can optimize efficiency, plan for downtime, and all that, you're in the right place. Give us a call. We can help you with an assessment. We can help you with a free trial. We can help you if you're an existing NetSuite customer and you want to see some efficiency, like some of the ones I've depicted right here with one click, one touch operation. There's ways to accomplish this, right? You might not be able to do this with QuickBooks, and you might be supplementing with spreadsheets and so forth. This would be a platform that we can bring you in at a starter level, and you can grow and scale. And I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy NetSuite with the flexibility it has, because it's so customizable to be able to do a number of things. And we'll be love to show you the strength and breadth of NetSuite and its comprehensive capability. So I'm Haynel Rose, CEO for ER Technologies, and we're right here in Irvine. We're NetSuite solutions provider. Give us a line. Just send me an email directly. Talk to myself or one of my team. Make appointment with me on my calendar. Request a newsletter. We can show you use cases and videos, and you'll be able to take advantage of what NetSuite has to offer for you building your future and your future factory. Thank you very much.